Hello. Some of you watching this now are in the midst of a divorce. Some of you are debating whether or not you want to go through with it. Some of the resistance may be completely about your fear, your questioning. Will you survive it? It is a powerful question and an understandable question. I'm Dr. Dorothy Martin Neville, and I've been through that experience many years ago, but it's one you never forget. I want to say to you that once you are that seriously question it, it's probably time. And although you were ending the dreams you walked into that marriage with, ending the dreams you had for your life, the dreams you had for your family, you had for the couple, all of those dreams die along with the marriage, which is what makes the decision so difficult. You're not just giving up this relationship, you're giving up every dream you've had thus far to this point. But what you're not aware of right now is that you are opening up to a world that is unbelievable, a world you never knew could exist. The divorce was one of the most difficult experiences I've ever had in my life. Simultaneously, it is a situation that cracked me open in ways I never imagined. Cracked me open in the sense that I never knew if I could survive it. I didn't know if I was going to make it through the pain, the terror, all of that went with it. Simultaneously, it cracked me open to create a self that never ever would have been possible if I had stayed in that marriage. This is what this is about. I am Dr. Dorothy Martin Neville, and truly, I've been through it. I understand it, and I understand the terror, but I also, because I'm on this side of it, understand the unbelievable freedom and reinvention you begin after a divorce takes place. Not for a moment do I want to minimize the pain, the fear, the terror. Can I do this? Will I make it? Can I not just getting through the divorce? Can I really live on my own? That's not how I saw myself. I saw myself in a marriage. I saw myself in a relationship. Can I do this? And it doesn't matter if you were single before. It doesn't matter if you were on your own and doing well. All of that went away when you created a different dream. But the reality is, you can. From the outside, we looked like a perfect couple. I had graduate degrees. He had a good job. We were living in a home that we had bought early. We had 2 young children. Everything seemed perfect. We were in the suburbs. Everything was working beautifully. So from the outside, we looked like another perfect suburban couple. On the inside, however, I had been so extremely depressed, so lonely, felt like a single mother in a marriage. I was raising my children alone. He was out almost every night of the week with friends, playing sports, going out, drinking, doing whatever he chose to do, living his life while I stayed home with the kids. And after 15 years of trying to make this work, doing many different types of marriage therapy, many different types of whatever, I finally came to the realization that this wasn't going to work. We had 2 very different sets of value systems. Value systems we thought were identical when we married. But we had 2 very different sets of value systems, 2 very different understandings of what marriage looked like, or what marriage entailed, what being parents entailed. And the day I filed for divorce, truly I was terrified. I was coming out of a major depression, wondering if I wanted to go on, wondering if I really wanted to live this life anymore, wondering if I could do it. And yet, once I filed, everything in my life changed. I certainly took the time to grieve. I took the time to live, to face my fears, to live in terror. I simultaneously, from the day he moved out, I took down wallpaper in my bedroom. I had lost half my furniture, half the silverware, half the glasses, half the plates in the kitchen. So I had to really reevaluate my home. What did I want? What was important to me? I redecorated my bedroom immediately, went out and bought a big, long pole, put it over my bed, made my bed kitty corner, put draped shears over it, made almost this canopy bed for myself, and redefined who I was and how I was going to do my life. I brought a phone into the bedroom because I wanted that to feel safe. I wanted whatever I needed. And it's important, what do you need? When you go through this process, what do you need to feel safe? What do you need to feel not alone and not abandoned? What connections to friends can you make? I redesigned my kitchen, my living room. We had no more furniture in the family room. It was gone. Gradually, I bought furniture, built it myself in the basement and put it together, and discovered I can do this, I can survive this. And not only can I survive this, I discovered a woman who had strengths I never knew I had. I discovered a woman who had abilities I never realized I needed, didn't think I would ever need them. And then began to see the level of freedom, the level of joy. My house started being filled with joy. I had a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old. They were laughing at dinner. They were teasing each other at dinner. We created new patterns. We created new rituals, Christmas rituals, Thanksgiving rituals. We created a new way of being. And like the three of us were coming alive in ways we never knew. There was no more anger in the house. There was no more fighting in the house. Things you don't see when you're going through the divorce, things that terrify you because you can't imagine coming out on the other side. But I assure you, we did. I made decisions I never imagined making. I realized I was capable of so much more than I ever thought I would. And that is my experience with all the patients I've worked with in my years as a therapist and my years as a coach. When you reinvent yourself, you discover strengths you never knew you had. You discover vulnerabilities, yes, but because there's another level of certainty, there's another sense of self you never knew existed. You deal with those vulnerabilities, you deal with those limitations, you learn, you develop them, you become stronger. And you begin to see yourself in life in a way you never could have imagined. And you recognize that not only does your house become lighter, you become lighter. Your life becomes lighter. You start opening up to possibilities you never imagined. And there's some sadness in that because you never thought you would have to open up to new possibilities. Yet simultaneously, mixed emotions come together easily. There's a joy, there's an excitement. I wonder if I could. Oh my God, I now know I can. I just have to plan it out. How am I going to do it? What am I going to do? And you realize every decision you make going forward is yours. Every decision about who you want to be, who you want to become, what you want to do with your life is yours. That is something you never experienced. And after reinvention or in the midst of reinvention, you are not starting over. You are starting from the years of experience you've had, the years of self-awareness you've developed, the years of self-understanding, and the parts of you you discovered going through the divorce process. You generally feel so much lighter, but you're also opening up to adventures that were never possible if you had stayed married. I became a therapist. I opened up my own private practice. And 3 years into my private practice, I started seeing things. I saw that our health is really impacted. So many patients with the same personalities were showing up with the same disorders. And I went and explored it, became certified in 9 modalities of integrative healthcare. And I created my own method of energy medicine. People on my waiting list to see me, I was seeing 42 patients a week, still going to soccer games, still going to trap meets, still going to spaghetti dinners at the school and pasta dinners, all of these things at the schools. I was there for all of it, and yet had a full-time practice, developed that. And people in my waiting list asked me to teach them what I had learned all about healthcare and integrative health. Opened up a school, I did that as well, all while raising my babies. Things I never ever would have done if I'd stayed married. I offer this to you so that you know that here we are with the belief that we fit a certain image, that we are a certain person. And when you reinvent yourself through a divorce, once you can work through the trauma, once you can discover in the midst of the trauma, in the midst of the terror, that you've got strengths you didn't know, that you're opening up to a freedom, to a possibilities, to a lifetime, a lifestyle you never realized was possible. You begin to discover the level of freedom, the level of opportunity, and the self-discovery, and the ability to create whatever life you want. So if you are in the midst of a divorce right now or standing at the edge of one, I want you to hear this. Your life is not ending. A part of your life is, one stage of your life is, but a whole new stage is beginning. It may not feel that way for you right now, but you are on the threshold of something so new, so free, or so much bigger, so much more than you ever imagined you were on the verge of. Your life is just beginning. I don't care if you are 25 or 75. You have years to create the life you want. You have years to create the man or woman you want to be. How do you want to do your life this time? And you don't have to think about a new relationship. Think about you. You may enter a new relationship down the road, but spend time discovering you. Spend time discovering this person who's been made free. Spend time discovering the infinite possibilities of defining your life the way you want to define it. Now I read so much about people choosing to live in tiny homes because they're affordable, because they can live in a small community, they have support around them, they create friendships automatically, because we need friendships in life. We can't go through life alone. And you will discover in divorce that you lose many, many of those friends who wanted to be friends with couples, wanted to be friends with couples. Now that you're single, they kind of fall away. Friends you thought were really close to you, you find out they're closer to your husband than they are to you. And you begin again. Some of them continue and you create new friends, but discover who you want to be. It will help you define the friends you want to bring in. It will help you define the people and the value system you want to bring in, because you are opening up to a whole new you, a whole new way of life, no matter what your age is. You have the ability to create something from all the experiences, all the women and the men you've become. You have the ability to create. Go, and ironically it may seem, but go and enjoy the new life you're about to start, the new level of freedom you're about to have. Go for it and begin a new journey. Thank you.